Can't paint? Can't draw? No problem, because I am going to show you how to make a very simple rose pattern cake. All you need is a couple colors of fondant. I have a darker pink here and also a lighter sort of marbled pink. And I rolled each color out. The lighter color I rolled a little thicker than the darker color, which that color I rolled very thin. And then I am just layering them one on top of the other. I really enjoy making these pattern cakes because in the end, they end up looking like gift wrapped cakes, and I love very pretty gift wrap. So this is a way to add a little interest and pizzazz to your cakes instead of just a solid color tier. It just adds that little extra special touch. Okay, now with the dark color facing up, you are going to roll the fondant so that you create a little rope that has a spiral inside. This is going to be for the center of the roses. So with the amount of fondant that I had rolled out, I ended up being able to make 2 canes of the spiral centers. Now I'm just going to add some darker pieces around the cane, just here and there. It doesn't have to be in any particular order. You just want to space them out around the cane. And these are going to create the sort of dark parts in the spiral of the rose. Then once I have some dark pieces going all around the cane, I'm going to wrap it again in another layer of the lighter color fondant. And I'm just going to repeat this just 1 or 2 more times depending on how big of a rose you want to get. So see, I'm going back with some darks and then I'll add light again. This is the second rose cane that I've made. I have an old video where I just stopped at the spiral. They were very simple, but I decided to expand on that idea so that the final product looks a little more complex and impressive. But as you can see, it's so easy that with these just few extra steps, I feel like it's worth it. And my favorite part of making these canes is slicing into them and seeing what it actually looks like inside. So let's do that. Okay, here's one of the canes. It's just the center, just the spiral. And I'm going to keep it small so that I have some size differential. But I did end up adding a few extra dark pieces on the outside just for an extra layer. Okay, we'll wrap these up and set them aside so we can start on the leaves. I have 2 colors of green and I'm going to smash them together. I just want a 2-tone leaf because I think it looks more interesting and it adds extra color so that the overall design ends up looking prettier to me than just having a very limited color palette. So I rolled it out and then smashed it down, and here's what it looks like cut in half. Then I pinched the ends to make them into more of a leaf shape. So then I decided to go back and use my tool to make some indentations into the rose cane so that the final roses wouldn't be perfectly round. Then I prepared my fondant and rolled out the background for the cake. Then I sliced up my leaves and I pressed them down a little bit, rolled them out using a side-to-side motion just to get them a little wider. And then I sliced up my rose canes. I took some from this part of the cane, and you can see one pattern. And then I used a different cane that I made just so that the roses looked a little bit different. So they're not all exactly the same. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a difference. Okay, the next step is where I made my life way harder than it needed to be because the roses kept sticking to my rolling pin. So what I should have done is gotten a piece of parchment paper, put it on top of the roses, and then rolled out on top of the parchment paper. But I was too lazy, and so I just suffered through it. Now I rub the fondant with a damp paper towel so that everything will stick, and then it's time for the play, time for the fun. You add all the roses and the leaves into a pleasing pattern. Then I want to roll the roses a little more flush into the background fondant, but I found that using the smaller rolling pin works the best. Now I'm trimming it up to fit the size of my cake. I use my Omni Grid, one of my favorite tools of all time. Keep this section for the top of the cake. Then once I have the panel all trimmed up, I am going to place this in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes while I put the top part on my cake. So when I'm all done with that, this piece will have firmed up and be ready to be wrapped around my cake. See? And there you have it. That was pretty easy, right? Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.